Hello and welcome to NAFDAC and Your Health. Every week on the program, we provide you with insightful information about NAFDAC's activities aimed at protecting the health of the nation. I am your host, Tosin Omolaja. On this episode, we will explore some of the enforcement activities the agency has been engaged with, despite the challenges that COVID-19 poses for the entire country.
The focus of Investigation and Enforcement Directorate is to safeguard the health of our people. In order to have a safe society, we've got to control. The work of investigation and enforcement is not just the work that the staff there usually do. It is collaboration with the society. It is collaboration with the community. NAFDAC generally, we cannot be successful without the citizens, without somebody giving us or people giving us tips that, oh, I suspect that something is happening here, you can check it out, I don't know whether it's true or not, and we step in. It is for the sake of our country and the health of our people that we are doing all this job.
Cosmetics adulteration and falsification is perhaps one of the most alarming sectors of regulated products after drugs.
Any cosmetic or cosmetic product that is not registered by NAFDAC is banned. You cannot, because our officers, they have to be there to inspect it, to see what you are using to do it, to see your facility, to see your personnel, to see the materials you use for it. So these are things, it's not just going to a vehicle licensing authority to go and license. No. We do a whole lot of things. That's what registration is all about. You register and also we monitor, we control it. After registration, there's post-marketing surveillance. We have to check what is going on. We have found that most of these people are going, to the social media, making it look glamorous. They make it look glamorous. Spas and the rest, where they do some of these things, they concoct certain things and they put it there.
Officers of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of the agency have continued to clamp down on makers, distributors, and sellers of these dangerous chemicals sold to the public in the name of beauty products or cosmetics. Skin bleaching agents comes in various forms such as creams, tablets, injections, soaps, and so on. When used, they create reverse reaction on the skin, many of which overexpose the body to health risks.
What they do is by applying this whitening cream, they remove the outer layer, now exposing the inner layer that has the blood vessels. So that is what they do. And we should know that the skin has very crucial role to play in the human body. Some of the roles it plays is it protects the body against infections. It protects the body against infections and chemicals, dangerous chemicals. It protects the body from so much absorption of the ultraviolet radiation from the sun, from the atmosphere. It protects the body from that. It also normalizes the body temperature, regulates the body temperature. So those are some of the few functions of the skin which are very critical, which means that if the outer layer is being removed, what we are doing is we are exposing the body, because the inner layer, which is the dermis, that has blood vessels, is easily exposed, and the infections, microorganisms can penetrate into the body and affect other body organs. So that is the implication. And also, being exposed to ultraviolet rays, then the issue of skin cancer comes in. That is why most of the people that use this whitening cream are much more exposed to the effect of ultraviolet radiation, and in effect, cancer. They can easily have skin cancer. So most of the cases of skin cancer is from the exposure of the inner layer of the skin to this thing. Then also we should know that most of the chemicals they use are corticosteroids. These are steroidal preparations, which are not supposed to be cosmetics. They are drugs. And these corticosteroids have medical use only, and they are supposed to be prescribed by medical practitioners. But the people who apply it on the skin, and even when it is being prescribed by medical practitioners, there is duration of time for its use because of the side effects. But these people continue to apply it on the body, which the outer layer of the skin has been removed. And in applying it, they expose it to the inner layer, which has blood vessels, which means that these steroids can easily be absorbed. They can be absorbed into the body system. And part of the side effects or adverse drug effect of this chemical, that's corticosteroid, is organ damages, because it is used above the normal quantity that is supposed to be tolerated. So we have issues of organs damages like kidneys and the liver, and other organs of the body that are damaged. And this that is why for now you cite so many young people, especially women, with some of these effects, organ damages, and also skin cancer. And it's due to the use or misuse of this drug, which is corticosteroid.
Many have taken to this nefarious activity because of the growing demand for skin lightening and body enhancements. However, the dangers attributable to this phenomenon cannot be overemphasized.
Situation where someone will be using some of these injectables to replace fats. You have a situation where to enhance, their looks and all that, to enhance the bust and the rest part of the body. I mean, there's something, I think it's a question of inferiority complex.
Unfortunately, because of the intricacy of the procedures of administering breast and butt enlargement or enhancement, many have met their untimely death.
The issue of buttocks and breast enlargement, which women that does it mainly, and it's still the same outfits. That is, these spa and beauty centers that use it. They are not trained. They are not medical practitioners. They don't have any knowledge about this thing. And we know that the only natural hormones that can enlarge breast and buttocks is estrogen and progesterone. These are the hormones, natural hormones that can enlarge this. And there's supposed to be a balance of this hormone in the human body. Now, if people, because the trend we have now is that if they use injections to inject this into people that are not trained, they don't have knowledge of this, they inject these hormones into human bodies, women body, to have this effect, enlargement of the breast and the buttocks. And the hormones I mentioned, that's the estrogen and progesterone, they are supposed to, as I said, there should be a balance. Above a certain limit, they have their own side effects. As a matter of fact, adverse effect on the human body. It has been proved. It has been proved that high concentration of these hormones, estrogen and progesterone, in the body causes breast cancer. It causes stroke and even death in women that use it. So it is not advisable for people to use it. But also there are some other products that they use, which are not even these hormones. They are chemicals that even they don't know the implication. And most times these chemicals they use, both the ones they apply on the skin and the one they inject, they don't really have any effect. It has not been proved that it's effective. But the danger in it is that the chemicals, if it enters the body, definitely they are not supposed to be in the human body. They will affect and damage body organs. So it is not advisable for people to be administering this.
NAFDAC, as an agency of government saddled with the responsibility of safeguarding the health of the nation, has continued its frantic enforcement activities to mop up charlatans and untrained people from this business.
We're also advising the online marketers that they should not be part of this, because long arm of the law will catch up with them. We are asking them not to use the social media to commit crime. because that is the area they are going now. Using it to make all sorts of sales, killing people. I think we should talk to ourselves. I don't know how we got to this stage. They should stop abusing the social media, using it to commit all sorts of crimes. They should note that the commission of crime, online and offline, can be dealt with. And in short, we can deal with it because the law provides for us to deal with them.
We'll take a short break now. Stay with us. Welcome back. Drug hawking is another area where the agency is relentless in its crackdown. Medicines are not supposed to be sold outside of certified and approved dispensaries and pharmacies, who have trained personnel that ensure that dosages are properly advised and conditions of storage are consistent with the requirements for safety and wholesomeness of these medicines.
We get all these tips from the society, and that is why it is extremely important for us to work together, because people will know that anybody doing something suspicious in your neighborhood, you call NAFDAC. We have 800 number. So all these things are taking place. Arrest of hawkers that carry all sorts of drugs in very hot environment, and that may kill people. So these are our daily activities, whether it's Lagos, whether it's Abuja, or the 36 other states in the country.
We still have to appeal to members of the public not to patronize hawkers of drugs. We know the place to go. The right place will be pharmacists. Go to the pharmacy. A pharmacist is an expert in drugs. He is the one. It's like someone is ill and he goes to a mechanic instead of a doctor. I mean, is misplaced. So we have to go to them. These are people who go to school. They spend many years to specialize. Because life is delicate, and what they do is delicate. So if people now take it to them, they feel that we can just go anywhere and buy anything and ingest, we should watch it. So we are advising and appealing passionately to members of the public. Please don't patronize these people.
It's bad for the people hawking drugs, because most of the drugs are fake, are not registered drugs. I will encourage NAFDAC by telling them that they should have 100% increase of their efforts by stopping this kind of hard drugs, not even hard drugs, many other things that are prohibited for we Nigerians.
We were able to seize 22 wares of counterfeit and fake drugs from the hawkers. We also met someone who was selling what they called something white teeth with a public address system as well. And we also saw the neighborhood. We saw brothels there, prostitutes and the rest. And you find that what you have in those wares, they are mostly aphrodisiacs. And you see the obscene pictures, the obscene labels that we have there. Then also, we also saw tramadol, a whole lot of tramadol there. And then some of the people there are able to understand the type of work we do. We also were able to interview some of them, and they commended the agency for the work that is going on, and that there's need for us to do 100% more.
It's still part of the hawkers raid activity. Inside the rain, day or night, we are still on the field working. But most times we get to chase, we can't find the hawker, but they are ways, as you can see, we've caught so many of them and are quite a number. This is something I'm sure they are not expecting, because most times they do this pretty late in the night. But officers are out there working and making sure that this menace is stopped. Just to come again and also reiterate, please, that hawkers raid is terribly bad. Please, citizens, stop patronizing hawkers. The drugs are dangerous to you. The drugs can't do you any good. Most of these drugs are counterfeit and fake drugs. Please and please buy from a reputable pharmacy.
NAFDAC has made tremendous strides in curbing the illicit sale and use of narcotic drugs, such as tramadol. The agency, however, is relentless in its surveillance and crackdown on perpetrators of this trade in order to ensure that our populace is drug-free.
I think it has reduced the distribution and sale because of the work we have done. Tremendously, it has reduced, but we still have some pockets, elements involved, especially with some of these hawkers. How can someone unknowingly pay for his debt or her debt? That's what we are being confronted with. And for us at NAFDAC, counterfeiting anywhere is counterfeiting everywhere. That's how we see it. It's not about a location. It's about all of us. We are all in it together. And more so, lives are involved. What is the price for life? What is the cost? It's inestimable.
Officers of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of the agency regularly conduct raids of facilities, shops, and markets that are found to be engaged in the falsification of medicines and other regulated products. However, the officers are being faced with numerous challenges.
This place was sealed the last time we came inside market to work. After they attacked us and drove away NAFDAC officers. Now the place they placed on hold. They have removed the hold label. They've broken the padlocks we used to lock. We will just open to check if there's anything inside. Then we'll take up the matter.
Just before the lockdown, due to coronavirus pandemic, the agency apprehended certain merchants who specialized in packaging and distributing unregistered products.
This is tetanus vaccine that should be in cold chain. It's stored inside a temperature of more than 40 degrees centigrade. God will deliver us to this country.
Drugs are chemical substances and react with anything, the sunlight, the weather, and any other thing. So by the time this thing, somebody buys this thing and is taking it, the person is killing the systems of the organs of the body. It's disorganizing the organs of the body. And this could lead to any number of problems, which may include death. So we're advising people that if you want to buy medicines from registered pharmacies where you are sure that if anything happens, you can hold them responsible. because it's not, the pharmacist has a license which he has to protect, and will not go out of his way to give people what will kill them, knowing that if he or she is caught, he's answerable to it. But when you buy in open markets, you buy in nightclubs, you're on your own, because we cannot trace anything to any pharmaceutical company.
In another raid based on intelligence, a man who specialized in the productions and packaging of fake and unregistered beauty products was also apprehended and goods confiscated. NAFDAC continues to work assiduously in fulfilling its mandate of safeguarding the health and well-being of every Nigerian, with fake and unwholesome regulated products worth billions of naira confiscated and destroyed from time to time.
Regarding tramadol, we are destroying, or we've almost completed the destruction of tramadol worth over 1.7 trillion naira. With the Nigerian customs, the duty payable should be in the neighborhood of 14 billion naira, but the street value is 1.7 trillion. We have that, and we've seized, so they are being destroyed. And the ones we have some that are in court, some we have finished with, and they have been convicted, and we are destroying. So the war is still on. We cannot sleep because those people have not slept. As long as they are awake, our eyes are shining. So we are there.
Time now to bring you our weekly bulletin on NAFDAC's activities over the last week. That's on NAFDAC Update.
Safety measures to practice against COVID-19. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, implores Nigerians to strictly comply to the safety measures published by the Federal Ministry of Health and World Health Organization to ensure that the spread of the coronavirus is curtailed. Research is still ongoing to further understand the nature of the virus and provide vaccines for it. However, the public are advised to constantly maintain safety measures against COVID-19. Always wear a face mask when you are outdoors. Wash your hands with soap and water as regularly as possible and use only NAFDAC-approved alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Maintain social distancing. Avoid crowded places. Cover your mouth with your elbow when you sneeze or cough, or use a clean tissue paper and ensure that it is disposed properly and immediately. That's it on NAFDAC Update. You've been updated.
This is where we wrap up today's episode of the program, NAFDAC and Your Health. Join us again, same time, same station, next week for another insightful edition. Remember, safeguarding the health of the nation is our collective responsibility. So report fake and unwholesome food and drugs and activities that create them in your area. We believe you may have questions, comments, or inquiries. We'd like to hear from you. You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, please call 0800 162 3322 or email nafdac@nafdac.gov.ng. Till next week, stay safe.